Welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or messages. Come in, come on. I've got intel. Recon is afoot. Yes, my dear big cat. I've got one or two things to unpack. I had to call you back, bestie, to let you know what's going on. But before we get into the nitty-gritties of it, darling dears, let's get a few things unpacked. The first thing will be the astrology of it all. Thank God, Mercury has gone direct in Capricorn, darling dear. Mercury has been skullduggerous in Capricorn, darling, since the 29th of December. Doing this and that, right? Getting the cloud chasers to come out of the woodworks, for the undead to be walking on the earth, trying to pretend to be a human being. Listen, we've already sorted out that. We have a remedy for all of those from the past. And here it be. As well as being obstreperous, darling dears. But anyway, let's get back to the astrologicals of it all, because I've got so much to tell you, bestie. Yes, I had to call you back. Anyhow, Mercury is now direct, darling dears, in Capricorn, the 10th house of status, about your career, darling dears. The 10th house is also about your reputation, law number 5 of the 48 laws of power. The 10th house is about fame, darling dear. Somebody was being blocked from being famous, darling dear, or stepping into their badassery. But now that Mercury is now direct, go for it, darling dears, go for it, and then look back. 2023 started off with a bit of a difficult, tight note for all of us, darling dears. You're finally going to gain the clarity as Mercury is moving forward, darling dear. In determined what? Capricorn. Nothing determined like a Capricorn, darling dear. I am a Capricorn sun as well as a Capricorn midhaven. I told you, if I've got to take my progenies on holiday, I can practically perform surgery with what I've got packed in our bags, darling dears. I know how to arrange shit down to the letter. Every detail is covered. Anyhow, yes, greatest of land and sea, the goats, darling dears, the goats. Right? Now is the time to develop a game plan on how to achieve your dreams and get your CV. In the UK, we call it a circumvitae. It's a resume, darling dear. Get your resumes out there if you're looking for a job or looking to what? Change your careers, darling dears. As well as what? Get them business plans together before the what? The financial market, because the bank, what? I saw this guy, right? He said, oh, because you know, sometimes TikTok gets me, right? It gets me at night time when I should be minding my own business. You know, when you're sleeping, that's when you're minding your own business the most, right? And my fingers are skullduggerous, right? This guy said the Bank of England is one fanny hair from crashing. Listen. It's not, he wasn't lying. It's really horrendous in them streets. But anyway, let's get back to the planetary energies. Get the ball rolling, darling dear. The sun is now conjunct, right? The sun in Capricorn is conjunct with Pluto in Capricorn. You can recognize your own strengths and will feel more passionate about your life. It's a good day for making power moves, big cat. You'll be feeling like the boss of everything. But remember, we move in silencio so that the fans will have something to work with, darling dears, as they go back and be skullduggerous. But there's nothing to slander on. Why? Because you're big cat, and big cat run things. Fist bump. Yes, my darling dears. Oh, let me bring up the chat so I can see who's here, right? Because I've got a few things to unpack before we get into the read, darling dears. Because you need to understand certain things, right? Okay, we're going to go to the numerology of it all, darling dears. Okay? Your birthday, the number of the day depicts your character. It also will show you what kind of profession and stuff you go into. It will also show you which other numbers you are compatible with. If you have a double-digit birthday number that is known as a compound number, you need to add those two numbers together until you get to the fadic number, a single digit. Because in numerology, darling dears, the Pythagorean, I can't even say the name, Pythagorean. I'm not even, no, if that's right, it's right. The phatic number is the single digit. Get it down to the single digit. If your single digit, darling dear, is a 1, you are happy. You can function. You're happiest, I should say, around someone whose birthday goes down to a 1, a 5, and a 7. You can still get along with somebody who is a 2. Get your pens out, darling dears. This is very important. You also get along with people that are a 2, 3, and a 9. And the ones that are really challenging, the ones that will take your hairline, and they won't be sorry, right, will be a 4, a 6, and an 8. If your birthday breaks down to a number 2, right, you are happiest around a 2, a 4, and an 8. You can get along with a 1, a 3, a 6, and a 9, right? And the most challenging for you, anybody's that birthday breaks down to a 5. Avoid them like the plague, darling dear. You'll be sorry. Sorry and possibly in prison like R. Kelly. If your birthday breaks down to a 3, darling dears, you're happiest around someone who has a 3 or 6 or a 9 on as their birthday. As it breaks down, I told you, from if it's a double figure, break it down to the phatic of a single digit. If you're a 3, you can get along with a 1, a 2, and a 5, but you must avoid at all costs those that have a birthday that breaks down to a 4, a 7, and an 8. Okay. If your birthday, right, breaks down to a number 4, my birthday is a 4, right? Okay. My birthday, remember, we're talking about the day, okay? I get along with people that are a 2, a 4, and an 8. I can rock with someone who is a 6 or a 7, but I must avoid like the plague someone who is a 1, a 3, a 5, and a 9. And guess who I married? Someone that was born on the 18th. If I didn't know that fuck shit right now, at that time, darling dears, I would have avoided what? Many years of skullduggerous back front neck tabbing, darling dears. I'm telling you. And that was only the first few. Right. If your birthday number is a 5 or breaks down to a 5, right, you're happiest around a 1, a 5, and a 7. You can get along with the 3, a 8, and a 9, but you must avoid the 2, the 4, and a 6. If your birthday breaks down to a 6, darling dears, you are happiest around a 3, a 6, and a 9. You are harmonious, happiest, right, around, no, you can get along with, darling dears, the 2, the 4, am I right? Are we on 6? Yes, the 2, the 4, and the 8, right? And you must avoid, darling dears, the 1, the 5, and a 7. If your birthday comes to a 7, darling dears, you're happiest around a 1, a 5, and a 7. You can get along with a number 4, right? But you must, I repeat, must avoid the 3, the 6, and the 8, okay? Let me tell you something. Once you look at your life and look at the numerology of the people around you, then you'll understand why some people you just can't get along with. If your birthday breaks down to an 8, right, you're happiest around a 2, a 4, and an 8, right? You can get along with someone who is a 6, right? Maybe a 3 and maybe a 5, depending, right? But you must avoid anyone's birthday that breaks down to a 1, a 7, and a 9. If your birth date is a 9, you are happiest around a 3, a 6, and a 9. You can get along with a 1, a 2, and a 5, and maybe a 7. But you must better be careful around a what? A 4 and an 8. They will be rapid with your hairline. All right. Gosh, it's so hot in here. I've got some. Listen, whomsoever's in charge of the weather, fuck you, right? -4 over here. Right? Now it's gone to a 4, right? I'm sweating like someone's chasing me, right? And I have to keep my big toes free, right? I can't even put on a pair of socks. Otherwise, I'll have to cut out the big toe part. They have to be out in the air. Listen, this change of life is not easy, you know? And that weather person is not easy, you know? Especially in the UK, darling dears. Especially. Yes, darling dears. You're wondering, when am I going to get to the read? We need to talk about these things to break it down. There's somebody that left something in the comments, right? They said to me, they're trying to tell me not to say fuck it or fuck them or fuck you, right? They said to me, right? They left a comment there yesterday to say they've trained themselves to say banana instead of fuck. When I I saw that, I was silent for a bit, and then I deleted it, and then I deleted it, and then I deleted it, and then I just wrote F that. Let me tell you something. I was like, what? Blood clot, Ross clot, away bomber Ross clot, you can go. Yes, baby. Another thing I want to talk about, darling dear, is what? When the Galis. What's going on? Did you hear that? The music stopped for a reason for no reason. Anyway, yeah, we're going to talk about the Galis. The Galis is the Jamaican terminology for what? A Dic Dealer, which is also what? A SIMP, darling dears. According to the Caribbean Dictionary online, darling dears, right, a Galis is a man who is a heterosexual male who obsessively seduces and deceives women. A promiscuous heterosexual, darling dears, right? And they're also known as a puss man. Good God, Galis, Gallis. If ever you want to break down any form of patois, go to the Caribbean Dictionary online and it will tell you exactly what it means, okay? So don't let nobody fool you with no quick, fast talking Jamaican talk. Listen, when I go to Jamaica, I can't understand what they're saying because we've got it broken down and rinsed out and brought down to the bare minimum in the UK because we make our own lingo, because especially if you've got Jamaican parentage. Well, anyway, let's carry on. The Dic Dealer is about to get served, darling dears. The low-hanging fruit went so low, it was like, how low can you go? They found someone that will allow them to cheat in peace, that will take their abuse, right? Well, what? Clean up a quick STD in silence. Yes. And they're still not happy. They're not. They're going for all sorts of what? Guantanamo Bay, hawking sticks at dawn. And guess what? I'm right here, bestie, to report on all what's going on. Because when you come to the big cat what? Don't get smoke central. You get the usher. Fist bump. Let's dive in, darling dears. Let's dive in. Lean in, big cat. Lean in. We've got what? We've got NATAL. This is represented by the Strength card in Tarot. On its face, darling dears, I told you, the Galis, the Dic Dealer, the Simp, darling dear, is going through a bit of what? Distress and drudgery. They're needing something new in their life. What do you mean? They haven't got a new victim on the roster? You better avoid them, big cat. They're looking for someone to hoodwink, right? Because the feeble-minded, dull-eyed one they've got in their snare, doing all of their ministrations, isn't up to par. They don't want someone that they can mold like clay. They like to break a big, strong person down, darling dear. So, darling dears, lean in, big cat. This person, right, is amongst many, and has to hide their depression. All of this and that, big cat. All of this and that. It also speaks about them doubting themselves at this moment in time. And it also speaks about what their weak character. In the upright, we know it's big cat Leo energy, the strength energy. In the reverse, this is a yellow coward. This is someone who what? Uses their worldly whims to get what they want. But you have to remember, even the Dic Dealer, the Galis, the Simp gets old. And nobody wants no old old futum that's been around the world and and you can't identify the bumps, the lumps, and the branches on it. Are you mad? Are you mad? Nafaz is represented by the letter N, right? For a non-MNFing factor. Yes, darling dears. As well as the numbers 32, 33, 34, and 35. Someone who is what? Determined what to come out of a situation, but it's extremely depressing. Or they're feeling down pressed at this moment in time, big cat. Let's get your answers, the ancestors. What ancestors think about their situation, right? They must shut up and deal with it. Shut up! Yeah! They must shut them care call. Yeah? That line slash there, an airbender. Well, the air around them is being bent, darling dear. They have no challenge. The Strength card in the reverse speaks about being amongst many weak-minded, tempted into situations, darling dears, where they've got nothing to back it up with. What else does the ancestors want you to know? What's this? Look! They have to shut up. Death card is about transformation, darling dear, but on this one, this person's face, look, their mouth is sewn shut. Possibly all the shit they was talking on you, darling dear. Your ancestral team said you must swallow that, said she's naive. I can't believe it. The woman telling me that I can't say fuck. Listen, I'm 55 years old, darling dear. You know how much people never live to be my age? And I can't say what I want on my channel. She wants me to say banana instead of fuck. Like I said, blood clot, ras clot, a weddy bomber ras clot. How about that? How about that? Give me elocution lessons and tell me what my verbiage should be. My verbiage? Again, I shall repeat. Blood clot, ras clot, a weddy bomber ras clot. You can go. You don't have to be here. You don't. The ancestors say they must shut up and deal with what they've got going on, right? Oh! There is no union. What was once a ritual possibly to try and bring you down, darling, it didn't work. Any spell castations, any bad words, anything that they sent towards you, darling dear, it's in a full-on what? Return to sender. And this is what? 4 people. So the Dic Dealer, right? Whoever the dull-eyed simpleton is that they've got in their snare, doing their bidding, darling dear. This person is nervous and on eggshells, and they've got sister wives, 2 sister wives, and none of the wives make up one of you, big cat. So they must shut up and love it. Learn to love it. Nothing like you getting served what you truly deserve. I'm a poet and didn't know it. What's this? Yeah, they have to put some respect on your name as you have the biggest pentacale of them all, darling dears. It also speaks about candle magic. Somebody lit a candle in your name, possibly the dull-eyed one. Why? Because you was the one that got away. And because of that, they have to take all of the abuse that you're not having, mate. Because they can't get at you. They have to take it at the nearest simple-eyed, dull-eyed one, darling dear. The simpleton. The one who is what? The maid. The one that loves to take Basura out. Listen, if a big cat has put something out, darling dear. If a big cat put something out, it's because why? There was death going to be involved, prison, darling dear. And straight up madness. Madness. Yes. Rubbish, darling dear. Full on homosexual. This Galis, this Dic Dealer, this SIMP. Their shiznai is about to get fancy, darling dears. Remember I told you that. They should have respect the prize that they had. The one that stood on the biggest pentacale of it all. It also speaks about you being protected. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, darling dears. Well, good for them. And it also speaks about what? Seen as there's a somebody's counting your wealth. From the nosebleed section. This hood-looking alfalfa who's got nothing going on. Except what? Blood clot, a ras clot, a weddy bomber ras clot. Yes, baby. They're having a lot of what? Point A and point B, guys. I know it's tatty, but we bring it out often. We do. We have to. She want me to say banana instead of fuck. Just imagine what she says when she's in the bed. Banana me, banana me. What does she tell people when they upset her? Banana you. Go and banana yourself. You and your family can go and banana off. Listen, who's going to be threatened by a banana? Allow my verbiage, yeah? Allow my verbiage. What's that? Slim Jim says that's bullshittery. Baby, a new word for the lexicon. Fist bump, bullshittery. Yeah. What did I say? What they intended for you, darling dears. They intended you to be broken when they got into a union. Possibly you broke up with them and they jumped into some shiznai immediately. Well, that's what men do. The narcs, darling dear. They will go straight into another relationship. Nothing like what? A homosexual needing a gaff or another what? Bleed victim. Someone to get into their deep vein, darling dear. They fall in love at the drop of a hat. They are the master of the love bombation, darling dear. Well, guess what? You return that hex back to the sender. You sent the devil's most diligent worker back to them Fuda, Muda. Well, guess what? What they expected for you, darling dear, the hex fell back on them. Remember I told you that. Don't ever dig a grave for a big cat. Especially when they decide to know what's going on. That woman want me saying banana. Listen, it's got me on my 31 teeth. She trying to smoke me in my own domicile. My eye checkers couldn't believe it. I didn't block her from the channel because I know she's watching. Are you watching still? Was you waiting for me not to say fuck? Like I said, blood clot, ras clot, a wedding bomber ras clot, you can go. People want to come over to your channel and push you around. You can't push me around. I cannot be pushed around. I can't. Right, unless you want me to laugh after you, unless you want me to do a reading on your life, and let's see what's going on. Why you think you can come over to the big cat and tell the big cat that they must speak what? Use banana instead of the F-bomb. Are you mad? Imagine that. I can't find my phone. Where's my banana phone? My children haven't washed up. Why didn't you do the banana washing? What kind of authority does it have behind it? Good God, allow my verbiage, yeah? Now it's got me sweating. Where is my shiznai? Look at this. They mash up my whole of my shit. Just give me a moment. I'm just trying to get the banana image out of my mouth. What the hell? What the hell? You go and do what you want with your life and tell anybody you want a banana off. You do that over where you live. In your hemisphere. Leave me alone. Let's get on with the read and see what's going on amongst the what? The Galis and the Mudhut. Galis, aka Dic Dealer, aka Simpleton, aka Simp. We're going to get 2 decks. One for the Galis and one for their victim that's taking all of the abuse currently, darling dears. Someone who signed up for that shit. Return to sender, darling dears. Love it. I don't hate it. Why are these cards going everywhere? Very slippery, just like them, darling dear. They had ideas of grandiose. Tried to sock it to you, big cat. How can they sock it to you when you don't want what they've got? They obviously haven't heard your what? They didn't get the memo that you've now adopted the terminology of what? What Nefertari said. You are he or she for whom the sun rises. What? What's going on with the Dic Dealer that's being served, this Galis? I told you, if you want to know what the Jamaican patois is, go to the Caribbean dictionary online and you can find out everything. Don't let nobody talk to you and you don't understand what they say, blood. Oh, Ace of Wands, something about dick dealing, darling dear, sexual energy. Well, it ain't working, darling dear. Everything is a challenge at this moment in time, a burden that they'd like to drop down. Listen, they're at hard work trying to satisfy the what? The main victim, right? And the sister wives. This goes to 4 of Wands. This is a destabilized foundation. And all of this Wands energy is also about sexual, sensual energy, darling dears. It also speaks about challenges. And it also speaks of, Wands also represents work. Maybe they're out of work at this moment in time. They've got time on their hands to be up to whatever, right? Possibly Dic dealing, darling dears. But it's not working at this moment in time. Because they can't get to go where they need to go. Why? Because they're broke. Have you seen any Skrilla? I haven't seen any Skrilla. I haven't seen none. They're going for a burdenous time. What about the victim that's staying in? The maid. The maid that took the basura out. Let's see what's going on with the maid. Is the maid loving the situation that they have in? The one where they're taking all of the abuse at this moment in time? No, darling dears. I told you. They're feeling very unfortunate in this situation. They would like to end the contract, but they can't. Why? We've got the Page of Swords on its face, darling dears. This is someone stuck in a situation. This is someone afraid to speak up for themselves. They have to hold them up, shut up and take the cheating, take the abuse. Take the two-piece, darling dear. And I'm not talking about the two-piece from KFC, darling dears. I'm talking about the Panda Bear Eye for Christmas and any other day there is in the week. If they dare say anything about the situation, they can't talk about the other partnerships, their sister wives or husbands. They will get they will get it, darling dear. It also speaks about what? A lot of bad luck since they got into that situation. Their money's gone down. Their future doesn't look bright. Yes, baby. And that Dic dealing ain't what it used to be, darling dears, because I told you, it's not working out for the Galis. Further, there's a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, and as I said, Wands also represents the work, darling dear, and it's in their working field. The person that they're with at this moment in time is not very happy. Page of Swords also speaks about somebody who's possibly spending all of their time spying on you, darling dear. Nothing like an unhappy victim who thought they'd won a prize, darling dear, to realize that they got the what? They got the raw end, right? They got shafted, darling dear, shafted without the Vaseline, to wonder how you managed to escape and you didn't come back. They're spying and they're gossiping, darling dears. They're talking about you. They possibly think that you are on the roster. They're lying to themselves. How can the big cat be on the roster? That's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Return that shit to sender. They need to stop making up these things. It's affecting their what psychologicals, mate. They're going crack on crazy in their cranium. They got nothing but bad luck on them. This is the bad karma of it all. Whatever they did to get into that situation, they shouldn't have done it. Maybe they was cheating with him. I don't know. Maybe they was always playing the background, the second fiddle, right? You know those long Klingons that will hang on for all 10 and 20 years. Look at that main one. The one that's, I tell you, my children tell me about these things. I don't care about social media. But she came and told me about, what's his name? Blair Underwood, who just divorced his wife, and his best friend of how many years? 40 years. He's got engaged with her. That was what? Punani on hold, darling dear. On hold. Yes. Now that he's old and weak, he ain't got the oil in his back. His looks ain't as good as they was before, darling dears. He's now allowed the what? The body double to come in, and that body double's gonna get cheated on. They're going to be abused verbally, mentally, physically, and emotionally. 40 years to wait for some dick. Are you mad, blood? Listen! She should have got onto what? Ann Summers, gone on to Love Honey, got herself one of those mechanicals. She should have hypnotized her blood clot self in front of the mirror. She should have punched herself in the face until blood and spittle fly. What do you mean? You're waiting on some dick for 40 years. Dick that you don't even know is good. His wife is divorcing him. Listen. Number two is, there's nothing like a patient number two, darling dears. Patiently waiting to be served abuse on every level. Listen, Blair's about to get rapid with her hairline. The love of my life, my best friend. Yes, just imagine how she was his best friend all of these years, listening to everything. Oh, my wife is a this and a that. And she was like, oh, never mind, Blair. Come and get some panani. He was like, no, I can't do that. You're my best friend. That time in my fuck out the whole of the town, blood. Now the whole of the town don't want his 60 over your ass, right? So now he's what? Engaged that woman. The ring of drudgery. Listen, marriage always work. The way I see it, in my opinion, it only suits the man, darling dear. Because if you're not careful, you become the slave. And then they want you to pay half of everything while they take the piss. You're the one, the female, that has to, more often than not, have the full brunt of the what? Taking care of the progenies. Who is the one that has to take off work if the progeny is sick? Isn't it the wife? Who do they call first if there's something going on in school? Isn't it the wife? Well, guess what? You offloaded that motherfucker, darling dears. You did. I don't know what's going on with this Blair, and I don't know what this 40 years waiting for some dick. Are you kidding me? And you're not sure? Well, the wife had some kind of spiritual enlightenment, darling dear, because they've been together for how long? 27 years. Or was it 29 years? If it's 27 years and 9, she wanted to be isolated, yeah? because she lived through betrayal for many, many years. I told you, look at the numerology of every situation, darling dears. And if you can find out somebody's day of birth, you can find out what type of relationships they have around them, darling dears. What's that, Bonita? My dancing ballerina, my dancing cat, a hood-looking alfalfa. Yeah. Now he's got me back on the banana. Banana that. It don't have, what's the matter with her? It don't have the same. Banana that. No, my 31 teeth again, darling. It's not right. Leave me alone in my verbiage. Like I said, blood clot, ras clot, a wedding bomber ras clot. You can go. Yes! Click off! I haven't blocked them, no, because I wanted to watch this vid. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Right. So how do they feel about the victim that they're with at this moment in time? What's this? What's this? 10 of Pentacles. It's karma blood. They know that they're going through karma, right? What's this? World card, darling dear. They didn't want a previous situation to end, right? And they're not getting what they truly deserve. What do they think they deserved? Everything? They're old, darling dear, old and slow. Who wants an old man? You have to remember, this person is a page. So this person is possibly younger than you. And they possibly think you're jealous of them. They're lying. They're getting all of the issues, darling dear. The cussing, the bullishness, the negativity, the silence, darling dears. You remember the eggshells, don't you, big cat? You remember the self-doubt, don't you, big cat? Well, they're getting this one here. The one that they're with at this moment in time is getting the wiki dubplate remix. The 2023 version, darling dear. The oh my. Yeah, the oh my version. What's this on the base of the deck? And they're breadcrumbing them. So they might tell them anything they want to hear. And look at this, big cat. Them rock. Them don't have no true skrilla. They've got the karmas all over them. And they've got no skrilla, darling dears. What's this on the card? I'm seeing Mercury in the reverse. So they weren't thinking, darling dears, when they got into the situation. We've also got what? Virgo as well in the reverse. Virgo, darling dear, the 6th house is the house of what? Fitness. So they're having health problems, darling dear. Something wrong with their health. I told you, they're looking for a new nurse. Pardon me, that was a spiritual belch because I speaks the truth. Pinkies are. They're looking for a nurse and a purse. And they're not getting what they want from this situation because I haven't seen one skrilla next to this what? Their latest victim. Do we have time for petty? Because we saw that they broke. Jess! Belle! Let me put back my 32 before I can sing this song. Go back. Right. Them have no pentacale. No pentacale. None. Not a bean. They haven't got true stabilization in their home life because they're breadcrumbing whomsoever they're with up the Watusi. They're having issues with their job situation, darling dear. All of this fire energy. This is someone that loves to argue and fight, blame, shifting, and mean. This also speaks about a mental break. They're not in their right mind. Did they ever have a right mind? Did the Galis ever have a right mind? They're not in their right mind. There's no one they can trust, right? They're in a lot of debt, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, darling dears. That's their business. The Dic Dealer is getting served. The Galis is getting served. You can't be doing these things, taking advantage of people, right? Using, abusing, right? Was it igniting their passions only to use them up, wear them out and throw them away like nothing, like rubbish? Are you mad? These creatures from the backwoods with yarn for hair, they didn't realize that you, big cat, are the red light, green light champion. This person is stuck on someone or something in the past. Let me get my tiny cards out. Let's see what's going on. Where's the tiny cards? Are they missing? I've got so many of those decks. Hold on a second, big cat. Because Karma and Moore was in here last night. I'll use this deck. I've got lots of tiny ones, but I like the Rider-Waite ones. But tiny deck. What's this? 5 of Cups. What did I say? They're crying into their fist. Yes, Luke 62:22, cry they must. Why? Because of Isaiah 48:22, no rest for the wicked. They're crying into their fist, right, over a past situation. What's this? Jumped right out, the 9 of Pentacles. Listen, they're crying over somebody who is single as fuck, darling dear. Somebody who's abundant. Somebody who has the wheel of fortune, fake destiny, and good luck on their side. Somebody who's chained up their whole shiznai. Not only are they listening to the bird is the higher self, darling dear. From the Rider-Waite deck to this deck, this is a big bird, darling dears. Someone who's deep in their spirituality. Somebody who's not afraid to go within. Someone who is drama-free, minding their own business. This is who they're worried about, darling dears. This is why they're so mad and they're upset. A situation has ended. It's over. Bad luck in this found them, darling dear. Wheel of Fortune. Bad luck, darling dear. A lot of karma is on this what? Galis. This Dic Dealer. This what? SIMP, darling dear. Which I said, according to the Caribbean Dictionary online, is a man who obsessively seduces and what? Deceives women. A promiscuous heterosexual male, which is also known as a puss man. Yes, baby. Why? So hold on a minute. They're obsessing about you, darling dears, who's gone about your business. So not only are they a puss man, in Jamaica we call men that are obsessed over punani they can't have a pussy watchman. They're a pussy watchman. Queen of Cups, remembering your nurturing and your loyalty. They better remember it, right? And keep it to themselves. And F off with that, right? They intended to do what they wanted to do with you, darling dears. It was all a plan to get, look what's underneath that, to gain security, darling dears. But you see, what's another Jamaican terminology that my mother used to use? What sweet nanny got? I go run them belly. What's sweeter than before, darling dear? Isn't fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. You hear the alarm to confirm what I'm saying, darling dears. Their belly is being surely run, right? We've got the summer months. So either they was born in the summer months, right? They've got a birthday in that. So that's in the summer months is June, July, and August. Someone that's born in the months of June, July, and August, darling dears, they're going through a really, really shoddy time, a shit time that they called in for themselves. That's their business. Keep that bad luckiness out there. It also speaks about, look at this on its face, the loss of a contract. Somebody's lost a job, darling dears. It also speaks about, could be the ending of a marriage. You signed on that dotted line, darling dear. I told you in my circumstance, would he sign that divorce paper? I had to pay 3,000 of my good skrilla, right? Petition the court, and then the court granted it for me, right? On the 24th of August last year, after 3.5 years of being tied to that motherfucker. Listen, she wants me to say mother banana. Is she mad? What's the matter with her? Right? And my mind is Skull Douglas. Every time I'm happy again, it reminds me of the woman that wants me to say banana instead of fuck. Listen, blood clot, ras clot, away they bomb a ras clot, you can go. Yeah. Cause I ain't getting smoke blood. They want a situation, but this person has got karma all up and through them, darling dear. But you hold the wheel of fortune in the upright, darling dear. Single and independent, leaning on your higher mind. Your grass is green and fertile. So maybe you've got a new business. Maybe you've lost weight, darling dear. Maybe you've got a new job. I don't know whatever you did, darling dear. But this Sputnik, this mouth breather, who has to shut up, is paying close attention. Them. And the person that they're abusing the most at this moment in time, a page who's bitter, twisted, and jealous, darling dears. And the page of swords in the reverse has to shut up. They have to take it because they thought they was getting a prize. Oh well. You would have told them to do the boosty badass if they wasn't stabbing you in your back front, their back front neck tabber. I'm spluttering like Sylvester the cat, suffering succotash. They should have done the boosty badass. Just like that woman that's marrying Blair Underwood after waiting 40 years for his penis. Listen, I need to blow my... I can't believe that. It beggars beyond belief, darling dears. Waiting 40 years for one dick and you don't even know where it go. Lord Jesus. I'm all for the try before you buy, but good God, and who wants somebody that's going to come and take their hairline and be rapid with it when they're up there in their own age, over the age of 50, somebody giving you all sorts of problems. They want a 20-something problem with somebody who is a Galis, who's down in their luck, their money's not right. This person is arguing and fighting with not only this person, all of the other sister wives, because every relationship around them is destabilized, darling dears. I'm also getting what the ghosting kind. They're ghosting whom they're supposed to be there for. They're ghosting could be as much as what? 4 people. All right. So how does the one that must shut up and take the abuse feel? Must shut up. Shut up. They don't feel good, darling dear. They're trying to find their happy space in their mind. Good God, they almost crack on crazy. Before we know it, they'll be barking at passing cars, darling dears. They're looking like Quasimodo in them streets, darling dears. They know that not even their naked body is making this person happy. Yes, this person even tried to get pregnant. Are they mad? Why would they want to tie them? Listen, someone needs to tell them a baby does not make a relationship smooth sailing. Nor will it keep the Galis. They're trying to put the past behind them, past indiscretions that was causing a relationship. They're not happy. They're trying to what? Look happy in the face of what? The broke pocketers, because there's no money. There's no money in the house. They try not to be jealous of what you've got going on, but all they can do is watch you, darling dear. They're a captivated audience. Well, guess what? We do the RTS, darling dears, the RTS. Return that chiznai to sender. You wanted to buy it. You bought it before you tried it. Hey! Nothing like a Galis to spin a tale for you, darling dears. This silver-tongued heathen, this devil's most diligent worker, this hood-looking alfalfa who has tree slough ways. They should have checked for the algae in the fur, darling dears. They should have. They were unable to heal, darling dears. This also speaks about a mental break. Star card on its face, darling dears. But it's someone who is codependent. Because in the upright, this is someone that knows their worth as well. This is someone that needs the validation of another, or they feel validated, or they feel like they've got some kind of standing because they're in a relationship. They've got something to flash on someone. I don't know who this someone is, but they feel that it's some kind of status to have this Galis, this Dic Dealer, this simp, this person that's got a hold of their psychological password, darling dears. Good God. So how do they feel about the big cat who's minding their own business, bending the matrix, doing all what they wanted to do, right? How do they feel about you, big cat? Did that card jump out? Dog! They see that you're winning. They see you as victorious. I told you, you've done something significant and you're being spied on, right? And maybe it's being spied on by the person that they're with at this moment in time, because they're nothing like what somebody who's jealous of your every action to watch you, nothing like a hater to watch you really closely. They see you as a winner, darling dears, succeeding, moving forward at a hot trot. Maybe you've got a new car, darling dear, a new chariot of righteousness. Beep beep. Make sure you've got on your darkest glass when you pass these people that are under the calmers, darling dears. They're seeing you from a different perspective, darling dears. They're seeing that you are no longer what? Under their control. You broke away from the isolation. They tried to isolate you from everyone and everything, and including your common sense, your flip-flop, darling dears. Well, guess what? They see that they don't have any command or control over you. They betrayed you one too many times. The one where you said, fuck that. No, like what that woman said, banana that. Banana that. It doesn't sound right. What's the matter with her? What was she thinking? I'll tell you what she was thinking. Blood clot, ras clot, a wedding bomber ras clot. You can go. Yeah, I know you're going to be singing that for the rest of the day, big cat. Fist bump. Oh my God. This tree sloth sees you for who you truly are. Out of their what? They're controlling hemisphere. They see that you're bending the matrix, and they see that you're single and happy. Abundant, darling dear, because the Nine of Peas, right, is the minor arcana version of the Queen of Pentacles, who soon goes up to the Empress of everything, blood. And you've also got the Wheel of Fortune. Fate, destiny, and good luck on your side. It also speaks about foreign people or travel. Maybe they've seen that you've gone on a holiday. Maybe you put something on your social media. You've taken a little vacay, some kind of a break. It could also be another vehicle. Maybe you took a picture of your new Chariot of Righteousness and it was all over it like MI5 without the what? Without all of the tools, right? Yeah, they're the hood version of MI5. They ain't got shit, darling dear. They ain't got shit. They've got no power over you. Okay. So how does the body double? The one who's having their hairline is being taken rapidly, darling dears. Good luck for them. They've got a whole tampon string in their life, darling dear, and not the one that just goes in the orifice downstairs. How do they feel about you? Yeah. The one that thought they had a prize, the Maid. Why does this keep going off? And it's an alarm because that speaks the truth, Ruth. How does the Maid feel about you? The Maid sees that what? You've got the Knight of Cups, darling. Just hold on, the Knight of Cups, right? King of Wands, in hold of the big Pentacale, the 1111 fade, right? You've got opportunities in your life. And they are what? They've got the ruminating thoughts, darling dears. Let's break this down. Hold on. I want to see this properly so that I can see exactly what they think of you. They felt that they was taking something from you when they got into the situation. It was a quick relationship, darling dears. They thought they was going to get the big Pentacale. They had this charming person, darling dear, that charmed them out of their pantaloons, the same pantaloons that they had on, waiting for how many years for this Dic Dealer, this Galis to get to them, darling dear. This person that turned into the King of Wands. They know that their partner is always looking back into the past, a situation where they will had what? A balanced situation, where they was being given to, but the King of Wands in this situation has to give unto them, darling dears. How do they feel about you? They feel like you're getting to your back, darling dear. They feel like you have a stable home. If you've got progeny, they see you taking care of your progeny, darling dears. They see you as competent, darling dear. And it's giving them the ruminating thoughts. And they know that their partner wants to come back to you. They know all of this shit, blood. They know all of this. But they have to shut up and stay over there. They listen. They took that rusty cup of opium that's been around the world and and it's still going around the world. Every time they've got the strength, every time the Dic dealing mattress back in Galis has the strength or wants to what? Sock it to them again. They know they go and sleep with somebody else. They activate one of the sister wives. They know all of these things, darling dears. Their hairline must be pitchy patchy, darling dears. They might as well just shave it off, blood. Just shave it all off, because you looking like your head look like it's got what? What's that thing called? Like an atomic bomb has been exploded on them, darling dear. Like they've got some kind of radiation. They got a lot of issues because they still have to deal with the Dic Dealer, who has the hot temper. The King of Wands is quick to come through the words. Public speaking, the cussing, the fighting, right? They want to make the situation more balanced out where they are, but it's all about the money, darling dears. Do they have the money? This person is going off every now and then, darling dear, and they have to put up with it. They want the money in the situation. They got with this person for money. They thought it was status. Oh well, lo and behold, look what they found out. All of this yellow is something that affected their self-esteem. They got it in the solar plexus, darling dears. My right hand is itching me, as only a big cat right hand should itch, right? Because I told you, single and abundant you'll be, darling dears. Right. So, okay. So now we know that everybody's mad at you, big cat. You who's minding your business, right? You haven't paid no attention to these what? These good-looking alfalfas. Because when you took the knee, big cat, They expected you to run and chase after them. They expected you to be the town crier, talking about this and that. But how now, brown cow? Isaiah 37:33. Their mouths have been shut, darling dears, as you went within. You called out to the Most High, darling dears, and you chose to do your shadow work. This is why you're abundant. This is why you have the good karma. You wished no badness on them. You just wish that they didn't ever come back. You tried to forget about them. And I told you, if you've got progeny with them, it's an immaculate conception. You use the turkey-based style. You don't know who they're talking about. You're doing the Mariah Carey. It's owl season. You're like, who? What? I don't know. I don't know these people. So what's they gonna do now? They see you from a different perspective. They see you being a success. What are they gonna do now? Right? You've got the Two of Swords. They've made a decision. Right? Big cat, you've got incoming. They're coming to offer that rusty cup of opium. They're going to try a way to get at your emotionals. If you've got progeny with this person, they're coming through, darling dear. They're going to try and come back again. Nothing like a narc. To do what? Run. Was it? They want to tour the block again to see if you're still on the roster. Base of the deck, darling dear. We've got the Six of Cups, right? They're coming through to make some kind of an offer because they're getting nostalgia. They're all in their emotionals. They didn't want the situation to end with you. They didn't think that you'd get those big shaboinking balls, darling dears. You realize, divine feminine, I have to call you that because that's exactly what you are. You had to realize that you are the dog's wallet. Why? That's the thing, the dog is always shining. You are the best thing since sliced bread, darling dears. And they want to come back to you. This is Seven of Cups. They didn't choose wisely, darling dears. They thought they had many options. But I told you, Dic Dealer ain't what it used to be. It ain't. You get what you give out, or you keep what you kill. Come through Ving Rains, and what? Pitch black. Posh clap. Yes, baby. Is it Ving Rains? No, Ving Diesel. This person thought they had options. They thought they could make all of these choices, right? Look at this! I told you it was the king of the Dic Dealer in the Galis, darling dears. Love the attention. Yes, them look good. The devil looks good. The devil was God's favorite angel. What do you mean? They look good, but there's no substance. Behind that card is what? The Seven of Cups. I just called the Seven of Cups. This person thought that they could go and was it? Kick down every option, right? In their bag of tricks, darling dears. And then what? Double back round to you, darling dear. This has been, this run through. This blown out. How dare they? The effrontery of it all. Outrageous. Look. I told you this person is distressed, depressed, perturbed. They can't sleep at night. Why? The sword of truth is over their head because they know the situation they find themselves in is all of their own making. Nine of Swords. My right hand is really itching me, darling dears. We've got Skrilla. .com afoot. And as a Reiki master, I can share that energy however I choose. And I choose to share it with you. Claim that energy, big cat. Claim the energy. And then shut up about it. Don't tell nobody nothing. This person knows exactly what they did, right? We've got the King of Cups. Now they want to be loyal, darling dear. They're tired of the Jezebel spirit. Or they still... Listen. This is a Mitch, bitch, or a bitch, Mitch. They want to be low, but this is what they truly are on the inside. A Mitch, bitch, or a bitch, Mitch. A tree sloth with their futum in the air, like a gang sign. The same futum that ain't working in that situation, darling dear. Why? Because they're stressed out. They're too busy arguing and fighting. This is somebody that's got health issues, darling dears. My right hand is really itching me, darling dears. Right? Because I'm thinking that they've got issues with their stomach. I'm feeling the stomach, the pancreas, maybe even around the liver. Maybe they're drinking too much. Maybe they're constipated. Yes, baby, they're full of shit. They're full of shit. Split the deck again. Page of Swords, and they're watching you as well. Everybody's all eyes on the throne. All eyes on the throne. So what's the drudgerous one that's being pulled about like taffy, cheated on, told what to do? What's this? Look. They're going to stay in that situation that's toxic, darling dear. They're going to make a decision. They're not even going to involve their heart. They're going to blind their eye to all of the badness that's going on. They're going to continue to live on a knife's edge. It also speaks about some kind of surgical procedure. Possibly a visit to the local STD clinic, darling dears. Right? The toxicity of it all, the cards don't lie. People do. An unbalanced situation, right? In the upright, this is soulmate, right? A soul connection. In the reverse, they're going to stay with old blowtorch. Yes. Listen, I said, listen, someone needs to tell them to just shave off their hair, man. Just shave it off. Give it up, right? They're not strong in the face of the devil's strongest worker. This person has got a lot of addictions. They're controlling, right? They're possibly addicted to the porn. Yes, they're addicted to lying. And they're bound in that situation. And I'm feeling spell work, darling dears. They wanted to control the situation and now they're being controlled by a narcissist. I can't make it up. The cards don't lie. This is a narc, a sociopath, a psych, all of the paths, blood. And they've slipped through the net. They haven't been examined by a what? An exorcist, a psychologist, or a counselor. All of this and that, big cat. Baby, in the reverse, look at this. The money's not good. They're around people that they can't speak to. Their mental state is not right, blood. It's just not right. They're starting to look like they need to be in the corner. This person is frivolous, and they will always be put upon by setbacks, tragedy, and a raw deal. Why? Because they involved themselves with somebody who's got the karma on them, darling dear. The karma. This Galis, this Dic Dealer, this simp, whose name is what? Pennywise son. The devil's most diligent worker. That's their business. Told you it was going to be fancy. Some more intel. Where's my deck of the wicked? Hey, F through the rock. You see, when they did all of these things, big cat, they did not understand your spiritual ranking. They did not understand that rather than what? Fight with them, argue and fight and complain and make yourself into a what? A sideshow Bob. You decided to take the knee, go within. Water your own garden, manage your own mental health, because you understood your mental health is your wealth. You spoke to the Most High. You got up there in personal with your ancestral team. This is why you're being blessed, darling dears. When you F with a big cat, they didn't get the footnote. They never got the memo of your spiritual ranking. They didn't know who was caping for you in the spiritual world. You are chosen by your lineage, darling dears, to break generational curses, and you've been doing great. This is why you're abundant. You've been doing great, fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. Where's my deck of the wicked? Full circle. Everything is coming full circle for you, darling dears. You have to leave these what? These T-Rex with the Tripitaka ways, darling dears. These T-Rex arms people, right? Because your ancestors are handling them on your behalf. They didn't understand your spiritual ranking. What's this? Right? Look, leave them with the deviant sex, yeah? Because we already saw all of them ones, darling dears. Then we saw the King of Wands on both piles. After the person cusses them out, right, criticizes them for everything, complains, blame their lack of money in the house on this partner, this one that's being abused, darling dears, they still have to have sex with them. Just imagine how abusive that is. Just imagine how low you must feel within yourself to allow someone to touch you in that way after they've said those disparaging things about you, after you know that you've got sister wives, after you know that every screwler they've got, right, they can't wait to get into their car to go to someone else with it, darling dear. They're still charming people. This is what a Galis does. Gosh, they have to put up with a lot, mate. They've got daddy issues. That's why they got involved in that situation. Maybe their daddy was an absentee, or maybe their dad was a narc, or maybe their dad was someone else's husband. Maybe they got it from their mother. I don't know, big cat. Unless I do a read on them. Maybe I will. I don't know. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I sound like Scooby-Doo. From Sylvester the Cat to Scooby-Doo. Wow, wow, wow. They got daddy issues, black. Look at this. This look. I told you. All that narc, the king of the narc, the dick-dealing Galis mattress back animal in a Cuban hill, wants a second chance with you. And this is what they're going to do with the second chance. I will make you pay for leaving. I am ill and sick. We already know this. They need a caretaker. So they're looking for a nurse or a purse, right? Never you ever get into the position where you become someone's nurse and purse. Remember I told you that. I've given you the numerology of the numbers, darling dears. You are compatible with, who you can get along with, and who you must avoid. Very important. I saw this lady on TikTok. I usually agree with everything she said, and I think her name is Natalie or something. Natalie, I think it is. And she was basically saying, oh, asking somebody their star sign and their date of birth and all that is a waste of time. You need to ask them about their career, what they're going to do in 5 years' time. Nah, blood. You get into the numerology and the astrological of it all, darling. It will tell you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. And you can find out most things but just by knowing what day of the week they was born on, Big Cat. I'm telling you that. This is why the elite have tried to hide all of this knowledge from us. This is why they tried to make us scared to go into the occult, understanding the hidden knowledge of astrology, of tarot, of numerology, darling dears, things that can help us. Not having your own your birth natal chart, your guide, your snapshot of the Akashic records. What's wrong with that? Right? They're looking for a caretaker. They need help. Of course they need help. They need help from an exorcist, a psychologist, right? And what, a counselor, to let them know that they need to go and get all of this help. Right? You are stable. Now's I told you. Because you're stable. You've done something. You've either lost weight, your hairline has been replenished, right? You can put your hair into a ponytail and not be shamed in the street for having a pitchy patchy hairline, right? You're eating right. You've got your home is stable. You've got your business. Whatever you did, Big Cat, it could be higher knowledge. You could be a keyboard gangster. You may even just put one happy picture on your social media and they hate you. They hate your stinking guts. They hate your eyelashes. But yet, they want to come back to you, darling dear. After they've come in with that dirty penis, right? That God knows where it's been. You'll have to get the what? Where's my shiznai? Everything's missing. You'll have to get one of these to look at their penis. Can you see it? The blue light. And if they've got you, if you're in such a space where you can see their penis, darling dear, something's wrong in your life, right? And your ancestral team we'll be bringing out the what? The red light for that shit. What's going on with my shiznais? You'll need a blue light if you give this person a second chance. And the first blue light you need to do is shine in your own face, blood. Yeah, you need to shine that light in your face, right? And you need to take yourself to the mirror, yeah? Yeah. If you're thinking about giving this knock, right? This person, right? Who knew exactly what they was doing, right? When they wounded you, darling dear. This person that ain't got one Skrilla.com to give you. This person with the T-Rex arms, right? And the trippy talker ways, right? That has not changed one fig, darling dear. That sees you as the keeper of the bag, darling dear. Who has what? With someone who ain't got it like you. This is the emperor who wasn't. This is the little engine that couldn't, darling dear, right? You whose broken generational curses is going to take on this sad situation with this rock pocketus, right? That's going to be rapid with the hairline that you've just replenished after you've moved on, after spirit told you to leave that situation, wash your face like David, and there'll be no making amends of it, right? After you got away from all of that, what hawky sticks at dawn, right? You're really telling me you're going to share that karma with them? Big Cat! Bestie! I need a moment because I feel like telling you that you are what? A banana idiot. Yeah. She want me to say banana instead of fuck. Imagine that. You're really gonna share in their karma, Big Cat. Bestie, before you do all of it, put me on pause. Put me on pause, please. While I'm on pause, you need to go to the nearest mirror. Look deep into your eye chakras. Think about all of the achievements, how happy you've been, how free you've been. Drama free, darling dears. Free as the wind blows. You can go out onto the street and have the wind blowing through your lace front as you get into your chariot of righteousness and go wherever the fuck you want, darling dears. Right? You can count your pentacles in silence. You're putting together your portfolios. You're building your businesses. You're working on multiple streams of income. And you're thinking to give the devil's most diligent worker a second chance. Look deep into your eye chakras, yeah? And slap the shit out of yourself until blood and spittle flies. And if it doesn't fly the first time, you better give yourself a backhander. And normally, I'm not up for giving yourself a punch in the eye, right? But you better give yourself 2 panda bear eyes. 2 panda bear eyes, right? And then wash your face like David and come right back so we can finish this read. Are you mad? Are you mad? I feel like jumping through the camera. Who's thinking of giving them a second chance? Who is it? I feel like I want to just get in there. Who is it? Give it. They've got karma on them, blood. That when you see the judgment card shows the ex would like to come back like Mac the knife to have one more round, Julie, with your hairline, and they will be rapid with it. You will have a Friar Tuck again before you know what's going on. Maybe he'll give you the Yul Brynner look. Who's Yul Brynner? His head is bald, just like Vin Diesel. His head is bald. You can't even see where the follicles are, darling. It's so shiny. They want you to have a full shine on your cranium. Good God. That's taking wearing a lace front too far. Nobody said you had to be full on peel head bald. No! 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 Don't give them no second chance. Daddy issues. Maybe your progeny have got daddy issues because they haven't been the parent they should be. They're a full-on narc. We saw the reversed emperor, and we also got the reversed empress. These 2 bottom feeders, right? Where is he? Look, he's hiding his true nature. Is it gone again? Let me find it. Oh, here it is. Hiding under the Skrilla. The opportunities that you have, darling dears, right? These 2, right? They need to stay together. Yeah. And hopefully God will orchestrate it so that they can stay together, because nobody don't want either of them, darling dears. They don't. This basura. What's this? What did I say? They're jealous of your car. If you've got a chariot of righteousness, a beep beep, and it's fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely, it actually works. You don't have to break out the bottom of the car and run like the Flintstones, right? They're jealous of that, and they keep getting into accidents, darling dears. All of that is part of the karma. And they want to come back and get a second chance with you. You better scoot. I told you, tinky winky, slow, quick, slow. Maybe we should just forget the slow and just do quick, and keep it moving. What else? She want me to say banana. You've got a flipping decision to make, darling dear. It's soul surgery. Even your ancestors trying to get you to get this come to Jesus moment. This narc will make you feel sorry for them if you give them an audience. This is why I told you, we move with what? Easter Island and Stevie Wonder. We see and don't see. We hear and don't hear. Right? Look, I can't make it up. They want to come back and interrupt your space and time continuum. A time traveling, right? Someone who will recreate history to make it all your fault that they got into this situation, the Galis, right? Return like Mac the knife, right? Repeating negative cycles because they're living in the past and they've got a lot of unhealed trauma. This Galis, this Dic Dealer, this simp who's been getting served, darling dear. I told you, she's naive, fancy round where they are. Those with the T-Rex arms and the trippy talker ways. And who wants to lay in bed, right, with someone who's obsessively jealous? Look, sleeping with the enemy, it doesn't work. It's not working for me. It's a no for me. In my Simon Cowell voice, it's a no for me. They're jealous of you, right? What's this? What? and they're a little finger, darling dears. So they come with a plan for you, darling dears. A Galis don't change their spots. They just look for another dummy bat, right? Someone who is dumb as a crumb, who doesn't understand their repertoire. Yeah. To what? Hoodwink and bamboozle and put on the rocks of life, right? They're plotting. They're your secret enemy. They're planning your downfall. They're planning to take you down, big cat. They want to take you down. And they envy your status. Whatever you did, big cat, you keep doing it. You keep doing this until the wheels fall off. Whatever you done did, right? They're getting a what? Spiritual kick in the nutsack. I told you your ancestral team ain't ramping. Why? You paid attention to the assignment. You did that shadow work. The work which is not for the faint-hearted. Why? Because you had to shine that light on you. Because you was the common denominator in the situation. You attracted that person into your life. There was something lacking in you that made you feel that this GYALIS, this Dic Dealer, this SIMP was the right one for you. Right? Well, guess what? They're in court. Spiritual court, getting a kick in the nutsack, right? Not only on Keitha as well as Malkuth. They've got legal woes. They've got court orders on them, right? They're being tracked. Yes, baby. Possibly by the what? Debt collectors at the door. Because we already saw no Pentacales. Them have no Pentacale. And we've also got prison here. They're going to prison with the prisoners and the criminals. Some of them are facing prison, right? And they've hid their criminal past. They didn't tell, right, the dummy bat who they're in union with that they was deviant, darling dear. They put their hands on you. Imagine that. They should have been a keyboard gangster. They should have done the Boosie Badass. But oh no! They wanted to take what you didn't want. Imagine that. They was on their knees, darling, just begging for that attention. And they got it. Did they get it? And they can't heal from it, darling dear. They've given up their psychological password. But that's their business. Let's get one final card and let's get out of here. Tired of talking about them. But I'm not going to stop. Because you need to see what you've avoided, big cat. You didn't lose nothing. All you did was win. And at this moment in time, all you do is win. This person that they're with wanted your position. They saw you as the head honcho. They believed that you was getting princess treatment because they was listening to whom? That's right, big cat. The GYALIS, the Dic Dealer, the SIMP. Let's get the romance angel card to see what final message before we piss off to get great, right? Woman want me to say banana instead of fuck. I can't believe this shit, you know. Right? Give your relationship a chance and a new love, darling dears. Hold on a minute, clarify that. You deserve love and playfulness, darling dears, in the reverse. Somebody's coming towards you, darling dears, which is going to be a new love, a true love's first kiss, if this is what you want. The new love could also be the love of a child. Maybe some of you are pregnant at this moment in time. Or it could be the new love of what? A platonic relationship, a partnership. We also have the only weaponized sign, Sagittarius, depicted on the cards. Sagittarius, right, is the 9th house. The 9th house is of what? Death and rebirth, darling dears. Oh, I'm lying. The 9th house is about your ethics. You have to lean into your ethics, darling dears. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Whatever you've got going on in your life, it's about to be expanded. Don't play with that person. Leave them with the hooded, unrequited eyes, darling. Unrequited love in their eyes, darling dears. Look, all them bitches in the back. Right? They've forgotten that they've got whole relationships, but they want to come with that dirty dick that's been around the world and listen. They got with you, and when they was with you, darling dears, they was making these simpletons, the ones dumb as a crumb, making them think that you was getting princess treatment when you was getting the panda bear look for Crimbo. Leave them where they are, right? I told you, we forgive them, but we remember those bastardos' names. Okay? On that note, forgive them, darling dears. Why? It's the only way to call judgment on Keitha. I drops me mic. Todd love to my Teesprings, Todd love to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. The Galis, the Dic Dealer, the SIMP is getting served. She's naive, is getting fancy in the mud hut. 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue, 2 streets over from the loser lane in the district of the damned. They're about to go on a field trip past the sign that says you can't F off past this point. No one stop them. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat.